You're developing your goals and taking action, results will come. This is the Two of Wands. So we're going to do all the twos, okay, in all the suits. So this is from this one, the Rider-Waite. And it says in the reverse, an unexpected surprise may cause changes to the plan. Expect delays. Remember, I'm not doing reverse. I'm not learning reverse, okay? So I can see this guy looking out at some type of body of water. And he has two wands. He's holding one. There's one behind him. Right? So this is about developing goals. So you have to take action. You just can't sit there. You know, I was watching this card reader the other day, and she says even though the cards showed something we didn't want to see, it was about politics, that we just don't have to sit there and let that come true. We have to make sure that we act, right? We have to write our Congress people and protest peacefully and so on and so on. So that's the Two of Wands, all right? So let's continue with the Two of Wands in all the decks that I have. So I have 4 more decks. This one, the Gourmet Tarot. And I like this. They have some type of ramen and they have the 2 chopsticks. I like that. I get it, you know? All right. So the Two of Wands. What did I do for the Two of Wands? I did 2 baguettes, the breads, and I had them going that way. I purposely posed them that way when I was going to bake them because it's about also crossroads, making decisions, right? So this is from the Gilded Tarot Royale. Yes. Like that one. Then this is the same. Remember my cheap Timu deck? Where is it at? Let me put it over here so I can remember. And it's the same picture as the first one I showed you from this deck, but it has more information, right? It says, you've been hit with a spark of inspiration. Now you must figure out how to turn that fire into action. Be sure to lay the groundwork before blasting forward so that you don't stumble over your own feet. Let your intuition guide you. So I don't ever like just blast forward into things. I plan things out, right? So it says Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and fire. The key words are planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, travel plans, happiness, goals attained, foresight, and reconciliation. So let's put that there. Then we're going to do the Marchetti Tarot. And he has like a half moon and a sun, I guess, on top of the wands. Like I said, this set of cards right here is just pretty much weird. It's weird. So that's all the wands, but that's the number 2. So now let's get into the cups. A 2 of Cups. I think for this one, I have our other lab that passed away last year, Wednesday. I had a picture of her already for one of my cookbooks where I was handing her 2 glasses of like bread pudding built in the glass, but you know, some type of dessert treat thing. And I was handing it to her and she had her pretty honey colored eyes and the thing. So I think that's what I did for the 2 of Cups. And it says in the upright, the partnership is cooperative and harmonious, the honeymoon period. In the reverse, it says the relationship is lacking the support and cooperation needed for success. See? 2 of Cups. Yeah. I like this one from the Gourmet Tarot. I like this one a whole lot. The chocolates and the 2 wine glass. That's pretty cool. And then from the Gilded Tarot Royale for the 2 of Cups, right? Gilded Tarot Royale. Look at the fish and the rainbow and all that stuff. To me, fish is always about abundance. You know? I don't know what it's about in tarot. I suppose I should look it up. And then from the cheap Timu deck, it says, the upright appearance of the 2 of Cups indicates a strong partnership or connection built on equality, mutual respect. You are receiving positive energy, to be sure to share it with others. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water. Unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, and connection. Same like this one, except these set of cards offer more information. But because they're offering more information, guys, the picture on it is super duper small. I didn't want my cards to be like that. I'll give you an update on my cards too at the end of this, because it's quite a few days since I taped the first one with the aces. I like this one too from Marchetti Tarot. I like the wine glasses. I like the hands clasping together and the 2 eyes that are in the wine glasses. You see it? That's pretty cool. All right, so let's move to the next suit. And the next suit is swords. I have really a cool one for the Two of Swords. I'm not going to show you guys anymore because the cards are going to come. They're going to come soon, so I'm not going to show you anymore. Consider situations carefully. Balance intellect and intuition. Keep faith. And then the reverse says confusion and conflict dominate, but you must take a leap of faith. And it always has this person sitting there with the swords. Like, I think it's a girl. And she's blindfolded. I don't know what the significance of her being blindfolded, but you best believe I put a blindfold on my thingy that I did. Oh my God, this one's so cute though when you see it. So then for the Gourmet Tarot, Two of Swords, they have like, is that jelly and peanut butter? Or some type of jelly, or jelly and butter, or whatever. The two knives over the toast. Yeah, that's aight. Mine's better. Then for the Gilded Tarot Royale, this one. Two of Swords. See, she blindfolded. Ooh, see? Chiro Marchetti got it. She blindfolded. Then for the cheap Temu deck, this one. $3 for this deck, okay? It says the Two of Swords is often related to balance and relationship. You're having a hard time maintaining partnerships and you're getting caught in the middle of arguments. Ooh, okay. It says, see this as caution. Like a person in the card, you may be choosing to keep the blindfold on. Avoiding issues won't make them go away. Oh, so you're trying to do that I'm going to put my head in the sand type thing, like the ostrich, right? Is that what that's about? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Air. Difficult decisions, weighing options, avoidance, deadlock, stalemate, thinking before decision, stagnation, choices. All right. That's from the cheap Temu deck. And then from the Marchetti Tarot. Hello, Joshua. What's up?
I was gonna make some salad, but I'll wait.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
I only have one more row to go.
Cool.
All right, that's my son. He's gonna come make his food. Oh, she pretty. I like this one. And look at her blindfold. See, he got it. Marchetti, he understood the blindfold thing, but now I understand that blindfold is about your head in the sand like the ostrich. Now the next suit is the Pentacles. That's the final suit because there's 4 suits. There's Wands, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. Like if we're looking at playing cards, there would be clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. That's what that would be. Okay, balancing your resources is a strong suit. You have many resources. That's the Two of Pentacles. I have a good one for the Two of Pentacles also. Your hands are full and you feel out of balance. Delegate tasks. That's the reverse. I've noticed that when I'm watching my favorite card readers, when they pull the cards, I'm quickly trying to imagine what my card for that card was. So I can try to anchor my thoughts with it, right? That's from this one. That's from this one. And then from the food one, Gourmet Tarot, they have 2 little round discs of sushi and the chopsticks, see? If you hear somebody breathing over there, Joe's breathing over there. He's like focused on something he's doing. And then from the Gilded Tarot Royale, Marchetti also does this one, you know. The Two of Pentacles, this guy look creepy, but there's a ship in the background and water. Ooh. And the rainbow. I didn't put rainbow in mine. But it's side. Side. Okay. And then from the cheap Temu deck, let's see what it says. It says, you are managing projects on time well and finding that you're navigating through your responsibilities with carefully plotted ease. You are certainly busy. However, so be sure to take the time to breathe and keep a tidy schedule to avoid losing your balance. It's about balance. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth. Multiple priorities, news time management, juggling adaptability, negotiation, balancing decisions, and weighing options. That's the Two of Pentacles. And then the Two of Coins, which they call it coins, which is also pentacles, okay? In the Marchetti Tarot, look, he has that ballet foot there, that dancer's foot in the ballet shoe, like growing into a tree. That's weird. I'm gonna call it like it is. That's weird. I don't know what that is. And let's see. I wanted to just grab the Gilded Tarot Royale book to see really quickly what it says about the two in every suit, okay? So the Two of Wands, you're at a crossroads. Follow your instincts and move ahead bravely. That's why I did the crossroads with the bread for that one. And then the Two of Cups says an opportunity to form a partnership with the potential of creating something very special. So that's about partnership for the Two of Cups, right? Emotions, right? And then did I get all the way to Pentacles already? Where's Swords? The Two of Swords, facing something that cannot be decided with logic. Still the mind and listen to the voice within. All right. And then the Two of Pentacles, it says many things happening at once. Keep everything in balance, making a hard job look easy. I tend to have that ability. I tend to learn something and then I know how to teach it back after I learn it, and then I make it look easy. Like when I learned how to digitally edit on my Mac laptop to do my shows, it was so hard. There was no one there to teach me, and I just kind of like banged my head against the wall until I learned, right? And now that I know it, if I were to sit next to you, I could teach you right away. I could absolutely teach. I know I could teach Joe. But what's he going to practice on? He don't got my laptop to use. He might be able to use his iPad, but I don't know how to use the iPad to edit. It's a little bit different, the editing program. So let me give you a quick update on my cards. I did end up sending it. A friend of mine, you know who you are, I love you so much, donated the majority, about 90% of the money that I needed to buy this deck. This deck came to $66. I uploaded the cards and they looked fine. I don't want my cards to have a border. Any of these cards have a border? Yeah, the Marchetti Tarot, this one has a border. Notice it's a black border, right? So you don't notice it so much, but it's there. See? It's there. I don't want border. I'm so tired of having borders. When I did my cookbooks, no matter what I did, I couldn't get rid of the border when I uploaded it to KDP. So for my cards, I want them to just go right off on the edge like that. So I already factored in, let's say that's the what do you call it? The bleed line. The bleed line? Let's say that gold thing there is the bleed line. I already know everything outside of that bleed line is going to be gone, cut away. So I have it set. Remember when I had to resize everything? Resize everything. It's all set. When you upload it to their site, it looks beautiful. You can see where the red dotted line is. You know everything outside of that red dotted line is going to be gone. So then I uploaded the graphic for the box, and I want the rigid box kind of like this. It's going to be smaller though, right? It's just going to match the size of the card like this. I want it to be a gift box like this. They call it a rigid box. And I designed everything. I uploaded it. And when they sent it, sent the graphic back to me, everything was off to the right like this. I don't know what I'm doing. I never designed a box before. I'm trying to use the template they sent, right? So I sent it to Gary. What a sweetheart. He fixed it for me. And then he went in behind the scene. I gave him all the credentials to log in. And he uploaded the thing that he fixed. And they still sent it back saying that it was wrong. But from what they sent me, it didn't look wrong. Everything was moved over correctly. They had arrows going there, arrows going there, arrows. I'm like, oh my God. I went through 2 days of almost being near tears because they're like in China or something. So they're answering me like a day late once they write me something. And so then after that, if that's not bad enough about the box, they sent another email. It's all emails saying that they showed one of my cards and they said that there was going to be 2 white lines on the left and the right. Not all around like a border, but just, I'm like, what the hell? But no, it didn't look like that when I uploaded it. So I had Gary go in and check, and poor Gary, he's working while he's trying to do this stuff for me, right? God bless him. And he went in and he checked and he says, Barbara, all those cards look fine to me. I see where the red dotted line is. This is how I upload my stuff when I buy from them, because he hasn't done tarot yet, but he's done a game that he's doing, right? But he'll do a tarot deck also. So when he, for those of you who don't know, I think I'm talking to you guys like if you know people from my cooking page. Gary is a friend of mine that I met through doing YouTube. He's a Belizean like I am, and he's just a blessing to me, okay? So he looked at it and he said, those cards look fine. Just tell them to go ahead and print it because they're not going to give you your money back. I feel like everything will end up being okay. I feel like you just got somebody who's stupid and don't know what they're doing. And so I'm crossing my fingers, my eyes, my toes, and my legs that those cards will come out fine. And even if they don't come out fine, I will still love them because it was a gift to me from my beautiful friend. And then at least I will see what the cards look like. Right now, I don't know what they look like when they're printed. You know what I mean? I'll see what they look like, and if there's white there or whatever, then I know we're gonna figure out a way to fix it. Maybe we'll go with a different company and we'll fix it for the next batch. I can't buy cards from this company and sell back to anybody anyways, because it's 66 bucks. With the cards are 28. The not the book, the box. The box brought it up to 43. I can't even put the book. That's gonna bring it up another $18, and then the shipping. I suppose the shipping could be divided over 5 decks if I end up buying 5 decks, because you could buy 1 to 5 decks for that same price of $28. So if I do that, then the shipping might be divided, but the shipping might end up being more too, because they're going to be heavier to ship out, right? I don't know. But in any case, I don't think I can buy from them. But I'm trying to make my own box, and I was able to do it with just regular printer paper, and it looks fantastic. The layout looks beautiful. And if I can get my own box like this where it's, you know, shiny and everything, I'll do it. I need to buy a printer because I'm not using that sucky printer that gives me stress. I need to also buy a laminator and tearaway tape, because when you build a box together, when you put it together, you see how this is stuck down? I guess that's with glue, but over here they have tape too that can hold it all together so it doesn't fall apart. This is called a tuck box, but it's tucked on the side, okay? Yeah, so I don't know when it's going to come. At first it was going to come between the 11th of December and the 17th. I suppose it's going to be terribly delayed now, because it was delayed a good 4 days while we went back and forth. And I'm trying to, I went to my, oh, the guy from the printing place didn't call me, Joe. The guy from the printing place never called me back. Huh, he probably forgot me. I went to a printer where we used to have our shop to see if he can print the deck for me, if he can do it for, I didn't tell him what the price was, but to see if he can come in cheaper and how the cards look. I feel like if he did it, the cards are going to look something like this though. Not as glossy as this one. They'll look a little bit less glossy. But we'll see. We'll see. I just want to see. I mean, I worked hard on this. I want to see how it looks, right? Don't you guys want to see what it looks like? Okay, I'm going to put up all my cards accordingly. And I'm going to find a deck that I've been using. I want to like finish this because I want to be able to shuffle up all my decks and start using all my decks again. But we'll find a deck that's shuffled. And we're going to try to do a reading. We're going to read on my money from the AI company. You know, when's that money coming? That's what we're going to ask. When is that money? Is it coming this week? That's what we're asking. Give me a sec. Okay, guys, I pretty much split them apart and shuffled them, put them back together and shuffled. I'm shuffling again on camera for you guys. So what I'm going to do is split the deck into 3. Move that one over there, that one over there. And then I always pull the top one. I always put the top one first. So I'm not going to do a Celtic cross. What I'm going to do is 5 cards. Let's do 5 cards. Then I move some. How much I move? Doesn't matter. Move some. I already saw the Hangman. My money paused, guys. The Tower. The Chariot. Slow as F. And the Fool. Let's see what all this means. So will I get my money this week? The 9 of Swords is about anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia. Yeah, I have a lot of anxiety with my darn money. The Hangman is a different perspective. Pause, surrender. The first thing I felt when I saw the Hangman was pause. Julie, what did you feel if you're watching this one? The Tower is about chaos and upheaval and things coming crashing down, but it's also about the institution, you know, your beliefs. And I feel like this is the company that's slow. They're slow. The brand is still reviewing 2 of the items they're trying to sell them. And those are small amounts, so those are like $8 each. The one that I'm waiting on is that 51 hours worth of stuff. You know what I mean? The Chariot is about moving forward, movement, progress, action, integration, determination, willpower. Child, I have a lot of willpower right now. And it says you're overcoming trials and regaining control, strength, and willpower are vital to ensuring victory. Lord have mercy. Through the path of obstacles ahead. Obstacles, see? The key message is that you need to maintain focus to emerge successfully in the next phase. Stay the course and follow your plan with confidence. Well, what can I do about this? I can't do nothing. I can't reach out to anybody. All I can do is pray. Okay, the Fool. The Fool in the upright position is a new journey. I feel like this says, yes, the money is coming, but no, it's not coming this week. I feel like that's what that's saying. That they're still working on it. There's like legalities or whatever they're doing. So it's not coming this week. Next time we'll throw it and ask if it's going to come this month.